What's up, everybody? So, this is my 1979 Scorpion Sting 440. It is the last year of Scorpion that, Arctic Cat purchased Scorpion in, I believe, 79. So, this would have been the last official Scorpion machine before Arctic Cat had their hands in it. And this was an amazing runner for several years when I first got it. I took it out in some deep powder, and I ended up waiting up for some friends to meet up. They didn't. The machine was shut off for about an hour, and I pulled it and pulled it and pulled it. It would not start. That was 4 years ago. I've never heard this machine run again. It has old fuel in it. I did start to dabble with it, and probably 3 years ago, and I was farting with the coils. So you got two coil packs, one for each cylinder. So you have one here, the other one's on the clutch side of the cylinder. So they're right underneath each other. I switched wires. I switched these two wires before, 3 years ago. Today, my buddy and I took the case, the muffler off. We took the pull cord assembly off, and we took the fan belt, fan pulley out, and it showed us the windows where we could access the points. And today we filed the points. We put the whole thing back together, pulled and pulled and pulled, and it would just backfire aggressively. I reached out to the Scorpion group on Facebook, and I got a lot of feedback from them pretty quick. And one of them just came through and said, "Did you check that the wires were backwards?" Since we cleaned the points, we did not. We did prior to cleaning the points, switch the plugs. Didn't matter. We cleaned the plugs, snipped the wirings back, did that. Had a couple leaks in the fuel hoses, did that. So I know I'm getting fuel. He just posted and said, or commented on my post, he said, "You switch the wires." And we were like, we haven't done that since we cleaned the points. I kid you not, we already did it, unfortunately, but this is 4 years old gas.
We gotta switch them.
We gotta switch
I
them
switched
again?
them back already.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what that does is it changes. That's the timing of the machine. I didn't want to dig into the actual timing mechanism inside of it. But what happens is it's getting fuel at the wrong time that it's sending ignition through your spark plug. So instead, it send fuel, no spark. And it would pump the fuel out, then it would ignite it. And as it did that, after a few tries and pumping the primer, it would build up enough fuel that it backfired, coughed it out. So we just walked over and switched the two spark plugs with our nicely cleaned. These are crap because these unthread and it gives you a bad connection. So I'm gonna tighten those on more. Should get different ones again. So freshly cleaned points. 4 years. I was about to put this outside. Call it quits. Buddy Connor, who I know is probably going to watch this, let's get started on your sled next. That's really it. We got to do fresh gas. It's like I said, this is nasty stuff. And I got new fuel line coming. When I primed it before, it sprayed out in 4 different spots. So I snipped them. They're pretty short now. I'm going to redo it all. Gotta get the fuel out. My belt is missing. I don't know where my belt is. Now I gotta figure out what belt in my pile of snowmobile belts goes to this. I'm so pumped. We don't really get much snow here, but these old snowmobiles are so much fun. And this is very dirty, But I had this thing polished up, and I did some shows with it, and I almost took first place. But it has 1,078 miles on it.
The little flag.
Yeah, little flag. Oh, this is cool. I'm so pumped. I'll put the hood down. Walk around. Now, I'm going to polish this thing up. Like I said, it is dirty.
Still looks good for a '79. This is a nice looking sled.
It rips.
You know?
I wouldn't say like it pulls skis, but it pulls skis. We're not talking deep powder wheelies, but this thing is quite the rocket. Oh, dude. This is so cool. Liam's the right age.